Hey guys, I'm here in my studio with Marisa, and Adam had asked me to write an article about this brand new Westcott light, the Flex RGBW Cine, in some kind of order like that, and we're playing with it to make some photos, and I thought, hey, I'd do a quick little video too, because it's kind of fun. I want to start off to use it the way that I normally would use things. Obviously, these can be used for cinematography and all kinds of other things, but I make portraits, so that's what we're doing, right? So the kit they gave me has a 1x1 and a 1x2. So I want to set up and do like a nice clean portrait. I chose to use the smaller light on top. The smaller light's going to be a harder light, going to create more kind of shadow, right? It's going to make more shape to her face, and then this is going to give me more even fill. So right now we're just set on daylight balance, and I'll show you what we got. Just really kind of clean, pretty portrait. I've got the 85mm. I'm shooting at a 60th at 2.8. I'm going to bring your face this way. Thank you, Seth. And we can see here we got nice and clean, pretty shot like that. Good skin tone. You've got shadow under her nose and stuff, but it's filled in. And I want you to notice a couple things here. Number one, I chose to use the bigger light at the bottom, again, because it's going to give me, it's softer, right? So I want my fill to be soft. And my key is a little bit harder because that's going to give me the shape to her face. The other thing is, if you can notice, I don't have it pointed straight up at her, right? I don't have one light like this and the other one like this, right? It's got almost flat. The reason for that is I don't want shadows to be thrown up. Any shadow that comes from this, well, it's fill really, we want to kind of go forward so it doesn't create too much of a strange shadow pattern. But what I want to do now that to make this a little bit more funky is I want to add some color. These are RGBW, which means, it means they're RGBW, right?
RGBW.
You know what that stands for?
Real good barbecue.
Yes, perfect. Real good barbecue wings, there we go. So I'm going to do two things. I'm going to come down, it stands for red, green, blue, white. I'm gonna change this one, the key light to 4400. I'm gonna make it a little bit warm, and then I'm gonna come over here to my fill light, and I'm gonna make this one actually. I'm gonna use. They've got built-in gels essentially, and I've already chosen a gel that I like, which is, let's see, lavender. So this is lavender. They give you both the gel under tungsten and the gel under daylight. I think we'll leave it under daylight, and let's see what that looks like. So might have to adjust our exposure slightly, but we're not trying to. Okay, so right now I can already see that this top light is actually lower in exposure. I can just see it with my eyes. This is one of the advantages to using constant lights, really, because I can just see it. Look towards the camera for me. So I'm just eyeballing it to where it was before. Okay, and we can probably already see that now where we're filling in our shadows. For some reason too, when you use color on Marisa, she always gets taller. I'm not quite sure why that is. All right, now we've got this beautiful lavender coming in under her chin, and basically anywhere else where there's a shadow. So down here, grab my little hand, over here and capture one. So we can see all this beautiful color. So let's work your face like this, and then with a slight, like a tilt to the chin, and then up. I'm out. Zoom out. Okay, thank you. We got Seth here, helping us out. Thank God. Good. A little more up with the chin. I want to see up your nose. Did you cut your nose hairs today? Good. 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 Nice and soft. Freddie, okay, switch the other way. See if the other side of your face is better. There we go. You never can tell, right? We don't know. Good. Good. Hold. I'm freestyling now. Good. Nice. Pretty. So you got some mood. I actually like it better the other way. You can actually tell people's face definitely look different from different directions. So, you know, play both areas, especially if it's somebody new. Like, see the difference between this and that. You see? You definitely, that's better for you. And then up. Yep. Pretty like that. I'm waiting for 1,000 comments about they like the other side better. But you know what? You're not the photographer I am. All right. There we go. So it's moody. It's a little bit dark. I like it. It's got like some nice creaminess to it. It's really cool. So what I want to do next is I'm going to take these lights and really use the colors to the extreme. We're going to throw some like hard kind of RGB colors on it and see what we get. So you may have noticed from the distance there that I kind of had the panel bent, and that's probably, you guessed, the name is Flex, right? So the deal is, these are, you got all your LEDs here and it's throwing the light forward, but we were getting light on the background, too much light on the background really. So what I did was I actually just bent the panel down to kind of cut the light and throw it where I wanted. This is gonna be one of the great uses of these for people, is gonna be to be able to shape and put them wherever you want. You know, if you want to do a field, you could get it like that or around the head. So these have been around, I think, for a couple years now, the regular Flexes, but with the RGB, should be really interesting. Okay, so we decided to take the lights, use the intense colors that we can get from this thing. I'm using the RGBW mode, and this one here, as you can probably see, has got a cool blue light over it. And we decided to go with the warm light here as an accent. And we're playing around, kind of doing fun things with movement and stuff. And I kind of had gone to the 24 on my 2470, and that wasn't wide enough, so I decided to bust out my 15 with the Erics, and we're going to decide to make a really fun shot. So because Marisa is so close to the lens, what I'm doing is I'm going to use my live view to get a real tight focusing, because I have to manually focus with this lens, and shoot it like that. So basically, we're set up here, we're at 200th of a second, 200 ISO, 80th of a second, f2.8, and I'll show you what we're getting. So let's do what we were doing. Do what you do.
Do what you do.
So I'm using the live view to punch in, all the ways to 10 times. And then I'm just focusing it in and getting it as sharp as possible. Now, of course, with this, when someone's so close to your lens like this, every little movement and breath she takes moves her, so good. All right, nice. So we can see it's tricky to get a nice sharp picture, but when you nail it, you nail it. And you can see how the color is picking up on her eyelashes. We didn't have to buy any mascara or anything, free mascara, right? That's how we do it. And also I have the V-flats here, and you can see what's creating, this is how wide this lens is. So it's pretty cool. So let's do a couple like this, and then we're gonna do a motion shot, because it's the motion of the ocean. And, oops, that's out of focus. Let me do another one. Every once in a while you gotta do one out of focus. It's part of the rules, union rules. And here we go. Good, all right. So we've got a few, messing with it a little bit, playing around. That's kind of dreamy. Be a little more open-eyed. Open eye. One more, perfect, here we go. Focusing. Good, good, good. Perfect. All right, quick check. Oh, by the way, if you're in Capture One, you can, of course, use the focus check over here, and it is nice and sharp. All right, cool. Now I wanted to do one where we have a little bit of movement in a sense, so we're gonna have her drop her hair when I tell her, but let's get the pose going. I'm gonna punch in. And of course, this thing does a gazillion different colors, so you could choose whatever you like. Let's see. So when I tell you to, you're gonna drop your hair. Good, and drop. Okay. And this way we get a nice wave. Now, of course, she's moving a little bit, so we might get some blur on her face, although that's pretty tight. And we can see we have this beautiful, like, swash. Swash. It's not a swish, it's a swash.
Cool.
If you're swishing and swashing. So let's do one more. You always do one more. That's the photographer rule. When they're like, how many more? You say, one more. Okay, good. So we get Marisa into position. I'm using the live view, kicking in, Coolio. Here we go. And drop. Okay, I think I went a little early that time, but yes, I did. A little premature. We'll try it one more time. Luckily, this isn't a massive special effects with explosions and stuff, because that would just cost a whole lot of money. It's just Marisa moving her hair, so we can screw it up once in a while. Okay, here we go. Focusing, focusing, focusing. Good, 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 good. Here we go, and drop. Good. That's a better one. There we go. Checking for focus. Good enough. There we go. Nice and simple. So when you've got these kind of lights, right, where you can do all kinds of different color stuff, it can be cool. You could change the color of the background. You could do a million different things with it, but sometimes it's fun to throw a light on the skin and just kind of let it play and see what you get. So thanks, Westcott. Even though you didn't actually loan me these, I stole them from Adorama, but it's okay. Thanks, Westcott. You guys check out these things. Obviously, you could do this with gels too, guys. So if you don't have color changing you know, Westcott lights like this, and you don't want to purchase them right away, you can throw some gels on your lights. Could have put a blue gel, yellow gel, make it happen. So thanks for watching. Make sure you follow Marisa. We will put her info in the description. Subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Thanks.